And welcome back to Cabaret Gamers plays Inside Spoopy Month 2017. I totally didn't mess that up.
I'm on a tricycle. I like to pretend.
It's like some Pee Wee Herman shit.
I like to pretend I'm on a tricycle.
Did you watch Pee Wee Herman as a kid?
As a kid, no.
I didn't watch it either. I forget where I was. It was, it might have been a friend's house or something like that, but it was one of those situations where, like, the parents or whoever's watching you has to leave you alone for a little while, so they put on a movie.
Yeah.
You know, and they want you to just sit there and watch. A lot of times for me, it was like Frosty the Snowman or Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, whoever his name was, like Christmas movies and stuff. But Pee Wee Herman, like, the movie was one of those. I have a vague memory of seeing the movie.
I never really watched Pee Wee Herman as a kid because he scared me.
Yeah, I mean, he's a scary guy. And we saw that, we watched it in school once for whatever stupid reason. I think it was the idea. Yo, you know what we watched actually? In Spanish class.
No.
Nope. In,
Damn it. I didn't realize when I let go of the lever, it was going to close again.
Yeah.
That's not how machinery usually works.
In Spanish class in 8th grade, we watched the Shrek, the second movie, in Spanish so that we could, like, because I guess they figured, well, everybody knows Shrek movies.
That's funny because my friend Noise said she had to watch the third one in, like, Latin.
Is she younger than us?
You know who Noise is. I just don't want to use her name.
I'm bad with nicknames. I'm bad with names to begin with.
She's my other Asian.
Oh, okay.
Get up, I'm gonna drown.
I'm terrible with nicknames. I'm sure I said this on a Let's Play, but I can't fucking remember. I called one of my coworkers the wrong name for 5 months.
They didn't correct you until you left.
Yeah, I was like, hey, I was saying goodbye. It's like, hey, it was nice working with you. I wish you all the best. And he's like, oh yeah. He didn't even correct me on it. He didn't even correct me. I heard somebody else call him. I'm thinking, oh fuck, I'm an idiot.
Like, oh my, that's okay. When I was in elementary school, there was this woman who looked like even now I have a problem identifying people. Like, I have poor facial recognition. Huh.
Just, ooh, oh, oh. And then he opens the door. Just jump up and down. Oh,
damn it.
Oh, you just grab on the chain.
Yeah, maybe there's a box up there I can... Or maybe not. So yeah, there was this woman who, to me, looked a lot like my friend's mom. And I wasn't close friends with her, but, like, I went to her house once, at least. Alright, so that gets me back up there, but...
Open!
Cute. I need something.
Can you jump a boat over there?
I don't think I can reach, I need something.
Well, this is just a time thing where you have to...
It can't be, because I'm way too slow. No. And I can't reach that. Like, I need a floaty. And every day and every afternoon I went to school, I would say hello and bye, like, Miss whatever the last name was. Oh, wait. Is it? There's nothing here. I don't even know why they let me go over here. What do I do? Shades.
I hate that.
Shades. Shades. And I'm pretty sure she hated me for it. Okay.
You just do, like, the grab control and just see what happens.
What?
No, I mean just, like, grab around. And...
Oh, maybe. Oh, no, I am. Let's see.
Wait, maybe you just have to swim down and get the door.
But the door doesn't open.
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
No, I can't. He's a very elegant swimmer.
See, this is why I have no patience for puzzles.
You gotta have passion.
You know what's one of the weird things that I think of all the time whenever we play a puzzle thing, or whenever there's a puzzle in general? I think of one of my favorite episodes from Batman the Animated Series from when I was a kid, which was I guess it was the first Riddler episode, and Batman figures out this thing that involves maze, like the Minotaur or whatever is in the maze. Maze is like, cornfield or whatever.
Yeah.
And he brings out this little computer watch thing that at the time when you were a kid in the 90s
looked awesome.
Was amazing, right? Because, Palm Pilots weren't invented yet, cell phones were not there yet. You didn't have beepers yet. This was like early mid 90s. And to see this little computer thing that Batman's pushing these buttons that just looks like a calculator. It was like, now the closest thing would be like an iWatch.
Kid, take one of those fucking barrels and bring it over here, you stupid bitch.
He's being a dick. But,
God, I have no idea how to
I just always think of that episode. Now I really want to fucking watch it.
I have no fucking clue how to do this. It can't be as simple as just trying to rush to that door, because there's no way I can make it. Okay, now it's going down. There's no way I could make that.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Thank you.
Don't push it yet.
Yeah.
There's no other controls or anything?
No.
It seems like that's really...
I have an idea.
What? You just try to stop it?
You'll see. Yeah, no, I'm gonna bring it all the way up, go down, push it, and swim up.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Let's see if it works, people. Let's see if it works. I always feel like the chair squeaks at like the most inopportune times. Nice.
Yeah. I thought it was that chain, but it wasn't.
No, they were just yanking your chain.
They were yanking my chain.
My mom hates it when people say that.
I like saying pulling my leg. Oh no, I do need the chain.
I do like pulling your pud. I like that better. Pulling your pud.
I've never heard that. And
I heard that from George Carlin. So for those of you that don't know, which is pretty much everybody, right, who's not in the room with me, I'm a huge George Carlin fan, and for me, he's just so dead on. It's hard for me to listen to any other comedian, and I don't listen to a lot of comedy. But I was just a huge Carlin fan when I discovered him. And I discovered him at the time I needed to. At the time I needed to hear somebody else say everything is fucked up. Yeah. Maybe it's not me. Maybe it's you, right? Maybe it's the world around you that's fucked up. Maybe you're not fucked up.
That helped you get through some hard times.
Yeah. And then there was evidence behind it. He was saying fundamentally true things. Like, maybe you're miserable not because of any particular fault of your own. Maybe you made bad choices, but once you start listening to people that just point out truth, it's not conspiracy theories, just a matter of fact. Like, look at our politics. Whatever side you're on, they're extremists. But it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, to hear, maybe it's not me, maybe it's you, and I don't mean you, rabies, in any of this.
No, maybe it's not just you, like...
Nope. Fuck.
Thud. Yeah. Oh, man.
And that's not to, say that I absolve myself of all responsibility. It has nothing to do with that. But it comes down to, if you're like me and you spend a lot of time with people telling you how screwed up you are and that everything's your fault and everybody spends all their time trying to fix you. Hearing somebody in a very funny way say, the world is full of shit in varying degrees and at different times. It's nice. I think that's why people gravitate towards metal music also. Like, I didn't get into metal until I was older. I certainly didn't grow up with heavy music. I grew up with classical music. And I grew up, which can be heavy if you listen to Wagner or something like that. But speaking of Batman, I'm going to wrap this up. Listen to Wagner's Faust. The song Faust, Faust, by Wagner. And you're going to hear, probably around 10 minutes in or something like that, you're going to hear the Batman, the animated series theme. It's fucking awesome. Like, they just flat out stole it, but it doesn't matter because it's awesome.
It's awesome. So it doesn't. It's
But I grew up with like classical music, and I grew up with
I grew
Broadway.
up with Backstreet's Back. Alright.
I grew up with that stuff too, but I didn't hear metal music or anything remotely heavy like that, lyrically heavy, until I was older. Nice, just made it.
Wow.
And that helped shape me. Like, do you ever feel like you experience something when you need to? Like,
when I need to.
Yeah, like just the timing was right.
I never really thought about it, so I can't answer you.
I think about that a lot because I've been fortunate to listen to music when I've needed to hear certain sentiments. Like, I remember I heard Devin Townsend. I'm a huge Devi fan now, but
he's fucking huge, people.
But there was about a year or so before I got into him, I heard, I forget, it was probably Kingdom or something like that. But this was a few years ago. I didn't get it. I just did not get it. I was so into really technical prog metal and some death metal and stuff at the time. And I wasn't ready for that kind of statement, which was this kind of, introspective, self-analytical kind of heavy metal music. I'm used to that kind of sentiment from Stephen Sondheim, but I'm not used to it in a metal context. And then I revisited it a while later because I'm a big Steve Vai fan, and Devin Townsend sang with Steve Vai on his Sex and Religion album when he was like 19. And so I saw Devin again through some Steve Vai videos. And so I revisited it, and it just was like, I needed to hear that. I needed to hear this statement, especially, God damn,
come
fuck
on.
that, fuck that, fuck that. And
it's a female. She's had puppies.
Yeah.
You can see her nipples.
See the teats.
Teats.
And doesn't a teat sound like a unit of measurement?
A teat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like just, 3 teats of sugar.
Fuck
that. Fuck that. Like, no. Oh! And, just like the first line in Kingdom is I, which he sings very operatically. I wonder why I've come undone. And in the second verse, it's, okay, I know, I missed it. The point I mean, I missed it good. And I just, like, at that time in my life, it was like, you gain a sense of awareness in an honest way, in a way that says, yeah, I messed up really bad. I really fucked these relationships up, these friendships up. I really have these self-destructive tendencies, and I'm sorry for that, And that was a healthy sentiment to be like, you know what? This self-improvement kind of thing is through just being brutally honest and admitting, like, I have a lot of faults. And I like music like that now. Specifically, Devin tackles those things for himself. No fucking way. He's dog swimming. Fuck that. And I don't know why I thought you'd be safe in the water from the dog, right? It's like, it's not. But he can't dive, it seems. Oh, fuck that. Can't die for long. But, like, when I discovered Dream Theater, when I was, like, 15 or something.
Yeah, but I think that was what I had to do.
Yeah. Nice. Like, that is the sound that would make. Fuck! Yeah, come get me. I wish you could just, like, give the finger back. You know? But I got into... Fuck. That sucks, balls. I got into Dream Theater because I was listening... What the music that I was listening to was, like... It was heavy. But I was looking for something else. And I remember seeing their 20th anniversary show at Madison... not Madison Square. Not Carnegie Hall. I forget the fucking name. I can't believe I'm forgetting the name of it. But I was just there too. And Radio City Music Hall. And I had never heard technical music like that.
I'm glad he did that.
Yeah, me too. And like with each musical thing, I seem to be able to find it.
No. Why didn't you just grab onto the thing, you stupid thing?
But I seem to be able to find music that I need to listen to whatever my mental state is or whatever at the time I need it. And that's been helpful.
Well, that's good.
And then, but as far as like people go, I tend to find people that I need to have experiences with, whether they're friends or bandmates or whatever.
At the time you need it.
At the time I need it. And then if it doesn't last, it doesn't last. And normally it's because I fuck it up in some way.
No!
But I guess we just have to wait for him to come up.
Yeah.
Yeah, here he comes.
Yeah. Whatchamacallit, like, I know when I met you, you weren't in a very good place in your life. And,
no.
Like, I mean, to this day, we both agree that if I hadn't met you, you'd probably be in a lot worse shape.
I'd probably be dead right now. I probably would have killed myself. And I don't say that lightly. I know people who've killed themselves, and I don't talk about that stuff lightly. But it's important, I think.
Yeah!
I think, like, despite how fucked up I was, I think it's important. I think it was good of me, not to toot my own horn or anything like that, but I think I had enough sense to be like, some things you just can't mess up, or like, you need to explore certain relationships or certain friendships or music or art or whatever the case is, and it takes you somewhere else. Wow, holy crap. This is really cool.
Yeah, so this isn't as fun and fantastical as I would like it to be right now. Because in this game, you need to be a little bit scared of the water. Just a little bit. I don't know where to go. I guess just down. Down seems like a good way to go. I'm going down to the...
Going down, which everybody overplays. And he's gone. Gone. So that's the problem, like everybody plays that song too much at guitar jams, but then it's like you get stuck in my head.
Ninja Sex Party just did whatchamacallit? Rocket Man.
Rocket Man.
I watched the video.
I should check that out.
Yeah. It's good. I never listened to that whole song, like, fully. So it kind of blew my mind a little bit how okay. I think I need to like get out now and go down. Like how many times they fucking repeat themselves in that song. I had no idea.
I like that song. I like Elton John.
Rockin' Man.
June.
They did really good. They had the guitar video I sent you. The Guitar Bros. They were in it.
I gotta check that out. But I think that with regards to this, I think everything that we've gone through with playing all these games and doing the Let's Play channel, I think we've discovered things like just today we've been talking about ways to make it more personable, make it more us, make it more enjoyable for us. Oh! So anyways, we were talking about all of this. And, can you open that?
No, I can't open it back up.
Okay. And, I don't think that things that we want to change about the channel, I don't think it takes away from anything that we've done. I think that the only way we have discovered that this is where we want to take the channel, which we'll discuss later, is from all these things that we've done that some things have worked out, some things haven't worked out, some of our priorities have changed, but I don't want to seem like we're invalidating all that we've done, because I think we've done some good things.
Yeah, no, we might, like, refine some of the things we've tried doing in the past. Like, Spoopy Game Month has gotten better now that our setup is different.
Yeah, we've just changed our setup, and we're trying to make things a little bit more consistent, and, sorry. And, things like that, and just, I think it's been a revealing thing, and, I think it's been really good. So I'm excited. I'm not a positive person at all. As soon as the first thing goes wrong, I'm like, see, this was a bad idea. This was fucking ridiculous. I knew we shouldn't have. I'm over the top negative at times. But I'm actually very, very excited about where we're going to go from here. And I think that excitement hopefully will translate into better videos, and hopefully it'll translate and transfer to you guys and gals, and
it'll be fun. It'll be a fun-filled adventure of crazy fun stuff. But we'll talk more about that next time on Cabaret Gamers Play This Game.
Spoopy Month 2017.